connected again.
Are we live?
I believe so.
Yay, we're back from the dead.
Again.
It seems live, yeah? Looks like it is reloading when you do that.
It's not.
Looks like it is to me. There we go.
Somebody said skibbity toilet Riz.
And the stream died.
Then the stream died.
Coincidence?
I think not.
Anyway.
They are all in grave danger. Jenna and Rustin must be warned.
Johanna.
Jenna. The nations must join together to fight the common foe.
Do you think they'll believe us?
No. It's a difficult tale to believe, I must agree.
I'll go, Father.
Ines.
A direct visit from the Prince of Frelia is not something they can ignore. I'll travel to Johanna, where I'll forge an alliance with her queen. If our sacred stone has been destroyed, then Frelia could be in greater danger. Father, I cannot let you leave the nation in such a time of crisis. It's imperative that I be the one to go.
And I'll head for Ralston.
Erica. You know I can't let you put yourself in such danger.
Rest easy, dear brother. I'll journey to Ralston by ship across the North Sea. There'll be no danger. And I've made a vow. I will fight as you have until the day Renee is liberated.
I understand. King Hayden, I will take troops and march to the Imperial capital from the west. The west? Are you saying you will begin an assault on Grotto from here? If we can take Grotto Keep, the war will be over. The sacred stoners will be safe. We start here and press forward. If we start here and we press forward with all our might, and once you reach the capital, the Guards Generals will be there waiting for you. If they oppose us, we will fight. You've got your father's foolhardy courage, don't you? Very well. I entrust all our hope to you three. Inez, you will go to Jahan. Erica to Roston. And Ephraim, the Imperial capital. Funding, you will have. But of soldiers, we have few to spare. For each of you, a difficult road awaits. If any of us meets with defeat, the battle will turn to Grotto's favor. There must be no errors. We must not fail.
Where I command, there are no mistakes.
I have no doubts. I'll succeed. I swear it.
You can't swear.
Fuck.
Oh shit!
Come. It's time to go.
Oh, she said another one.
God.
Yes.
Farewell, brother. I will return.
To be honest, I still do not want you to go. I would rather you wait here for my return.
Please, Ephraim. I'll be fine. There's no need for you to worry. Mine is the easiest task, and I'll be in no danger. I'm far more worried about your mission. Challenging the might of an empire with a handful of men? Can't.
What's this now? Have you lost your faith in me?
I never had any to begin with.
Oh, God.
No, of course not. I know your true strength, Ephraim. No one can defeat you.
Hearing you say that Makes me think it might be wrong.
Oh,
I think I know my own limitations. And I have none. I won't overextend my reach. I can't die. And that's it. I can't die.
it's a curse!
I can't die and leave you on your own. Can I?
Ephraim,
Please. Let us both survive to be reunited. Give me your word, Erica.
you have it, brother.
Okay, Ephraim and now partners. Each of them has a company.
Pull up the slideshow.
Oh boy.
Hit it!
Oh wait.
I guess you don't have to show it.
Hold on. Okay.
It's okay. I only put a few minutes of work into it.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me make sure it's up on stream.
Because now you get a choice.
Who will you follow?
You can choose to follow Erica's perspective going to Roston, or going with Ephraim to Grotto.
Oh damn.
And this does change a little bit gameplay-wise. Whoever you go with, the rest of your companions will come with you, so you don't have to worry about that. But it changes a few things. It changes the next 5 or 6 maps you're going to play, as well as the order you're going to recruit a good chunk of units in. It'll affect, some of them, their starting level and their base stats and all that. On the whole, people tend to agree that Erica's route is easier than Ephraim's. But people also tend to agree that Erica's story is slightly more interesting than Ephraim's. Either which way, whichever one you follow, like everything else the other does is still, it happens, just you don't see it firsthand.
Mm.
So really, it's up to you. Erica's route is a little easier, but Ephraim, I think on the whole, I would say he probably, the way it has you go about recruiting characters, some of them end up a little bit better on Ephraim's route than on Erica's. Erica's fights more monster units on her route than Ephraim does, if that matters to you.
I'm feeling more inclined to go with Ephraim just because our Erica's been a big old turd boat.
Yeah, that's the other thing. When they meet back up, whichever lord you didn't follow will auto level, like, I want to say 5 or 6 levels. They can't level past 15 that way, but you can get some auto levels on them, and I don't know, that might be a reason to pick one over the other, but it is your call. In the end, they're all going to meet up in the same place, and you'll pretty much have the same characters and items.
I think we'll do Ephraim.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Ephraim it is.
Because our Erica, once again, has been a little bit of a big old turd boat.
I mean, even if you go Erica route, you can just have her stay out of combat.
Yeah. Or we could have Ephraim.
We could have Ephraim.
Prince Ephraim. Is that you, Seth?
I'm so old, I can't tell.
I'm almost ready to depart from this mortal coil.
Oh god.
I'm leaving Erica in your care. Actually, my lord, We have the honor of riding with you. What? What about Erica? The princess informs me that she will be accompanied by Frillian escort. She tells me she does not need a large retinue in such a small ship. I understand, but we must be prepared for anything. I will be fine, Seth. Please, go and attend Erica. Lord Ephraim, this is Lady Erica's wish. She implored us to lend you our blades on the front lines. She spoke to each of us individually. She knelt before us and beseeched us to go.
Even Natasha.
Her sincerity, her concern. We could not help but be moved by her plea. Oh, Erica. Very well. You will all come with me. But steel yourselves. This will not be an easy journey. I will only volunteer who are... I want only volunteers who are unafraid of meeting death. I'll let the others know. I must tell you, my lord, they are already preparing to depart. They know the risks. They're not a one to... And not a one will be deterred. I went to school for reading.
So you've said.
I got a degree in it. I swear I can read.
We're on the Ephraim route. The Tower of Volney has appeared to the east of Castle Frelia on the world map. Once held by Grotto's troops, it has become host to dark creatures. Battling these monstrosities is a good way for units to gain strength. Try using the tower as a training area to gain extra experience. Be aware, you cannot save your battle preparations for tower skirmishes. Once you clear a tower map, you'll have access to the next floor. Each floor is more difficult than the last, so come prepared. Dark creatures may also appear on other bases on the world map. To engage these demons in combat, simply place the cursor on their location and press the A button. If the battle goes poorly and you're in danger of losing units, use the retreat command on the map menu to withdraw your troops. So we now have access to grinding. We can go grind in the Tower of Volney or on overworld encounters. Both of which, like I mentioned before, do have the potential to carry random drops of pretty good items. But I can tell you, first-hand experience, this game is more than beatable without engaging with any form of grinding at all. But you can do the grinding if you want. Like, there are a few characters who would probably benefit from it if you really wanted to use them. But then you could also try to get them experience just naturally as you go through the game. It's your call. Like, suppose we decided we really wanted to all of a sudden use, I don't know, fucking Gilliam. Like, I guess you could if you really wanted to use him between streams, go get him a few levels, but I also wouldn't blame you for not touching it at all. But we now have access to continue the main story. Ephraim is our main lord. We do get all the rest of our companions except for Erica.
No, Erica.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, I had to make a couple different shows for the route split, because I was thinking to myself for a while, Well, they join at different times, or they've got different base stats if you go one route over the other. So how do I do that? So I just made a couple different ones. So yeah, I do like Ephraim route. The Iron Man I just did, like, I finished like a month ago. I did Erica route just because I'd never played that one all the way through. But I do think on the whole, I prefer Ephraim route. There's one big reason I like Erica route for, and it has to do with Joshua. But I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, Simon. But anyway, how we about 8:30?
It's about 8:30.
What you thinking? You want to try to get in another map, or? Because I know usually around 9 or 10 is when we call it.
Yeah. At this point, we might just call it for tonight.
Yeah? Don't want to go grind in the Tower of Valmy?
No.
Yeah. Fair enough. I don't blame you. I do gotta say, though, I appreciate, unlike, oh no, it does stop you. You can't pass them. I thought you could. Damn.
I was thinking it would be wild if you could just walk past them.
I'm thinking of Awakening. On Awakening's world map, you can bypass the encounters. You do have to clear the encounter, though, like, if there was a shop there you want to use. So, like, we can't use the Seraphim shop right now while this guy's there. We either have to kill it or wait for it to go.
Do the glitch where you spawn lootable rune swords.
I don't remember step by step off the top of my head how to do that glitch. Plus,
Also, would it work on the Wii U emulation?
it would. It should.
Okay.
Yeah, it gives you infinite money, but money is hardly a problem in this game, my guy. I don't know. Rune sword... Honestly, magic swords before, like, the 3DS era, I tend to find very underwhelming. Because they usually have because in GBA, you've just got your attack. You don't have, like, an attack and a magic stat.
Buy all the secret stock goods at full price.
I mean, I guess you could buy more killer weapons that way, but, like, the only other thing in the secret shop worth buying are the stat boosters, but you don't have access to that secret shop until post-game. All that's good for is the creature campaign. I don't know. Like, there are a small handful of units that I think you might end up being interested in using, and if we decide we want to use them, I'd say we go, like, one trip through the Tower of Balmy just to get them a few extra levels. But that's all dependent on you actually wanting to use them, which we'll see when we get there. That's just my opinion, because they're very hard to use without a few extra levels.
They built the tower for that.
Honestly, kind of. Really what they built this for is, like I said, there's that post-game you can do. So you can go grind and get infinite money and experience and max level all your units, and then go to the secret shop and buy them stat boosters to completely max them out. That's what they built it for.
And then mate them with a ditto.
More or less, yeah.
And you could get an even better one with maximum EVs.
More or less, yeah. It's pretty stupid. I've never done the creature campaign. I should at some point, just to have seen it.
Just to say you did it.
Yeah. But anyway, you think you're good for the night?
Yeah.
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 Good night, everybody.
Thanks for coming out.
Bye.
build Nimi because she's the only person who can use them. That's what I told him earlier. We are fielding Nimi. We've been working on her.
We're trying to work on me.
We've got her up to level 6, almost 7 now. I guess, yeah, that's the other thing, yeah. We do have units that we're trying to use that do feel like they could be build the fast bitch. What?
What do you
Are you
mean?
still talking about Nimi? I know she's fast, but build that fast bitch. We're working on fast bitches. We got Nimi, we're working on Vanessa.
Loot XX loot.
And her speed's alright so far. We'll see how it ends
But
up.
we are working on.
Yeah, we are working on XX Loot XX. We're working on them. It's just, when you've got like 3 or 4 different training projects.
Horde.
Yeah. No, I know Loot hits hard. She was one of my main squad mates in that Iron Man run I did.
I can't imagine why.
You can't?
I was being sarcastic.
The small nuclear mage is like my favorite trope in Fire Emblem.
Exactly. That's why I was being sarcastic.
Yep. We are also using him over Natasha. Not to say you can't use both, but Mulder he's better.
He's just a better guy.
He's just better Natasha.
The only reason I didn't field him on that one map is because
We needed calm, yeah.
and Natasha was force deployed, so I'm just like,
Our staff rank would be better, but I forgot to buy the torch staff before the Fog of War map. And we could just spam that every turn. But oh wait, actually, there is another Fog of War map not too far off in the distant future. If next time we boot up the game, if this guy is gone, we have to remember to go buy a torch staff. Just because that'll make life so much easier.
I love the GBA simple faces.
You do?
I do.
No, but that is the whole reason that Mulder is better than Natasha. He comes earlier, so he has longer to gain experience and grind weapon rank. Plus, he just starts at a higher weapon rank.
A rune sword would make life so much easier.
Let's look at who uses that right now. We've got Franz, who would make... He can't use it because his sword rank isn't high enough. Who else? We've got the Cav Bros, who are... Their sword ranks are too low. We've got Calm, wherever he ended up. Where is he? Sword rank is too low. Joshua, I think the rune sword is A rank, so his sword rank is too low. It's only Seth, and sure, he could use it, but, like, if he's attacking at 2 range, use a javelin, because it doesn't get its damage cut in half like the fucking magic swords do. Also, if your Colm is seeing a lot of combat, why is he seeing a lot of combat? He's not a good combat user. Yeah, that's the best use for the rune sword, to sell it. But like I said, money is not so tight in this game that we need to grind rune swords. If we were playing the post game, then sure. You fought for that sword. Like, I guess if we get to the end and you're still feeling that you want more content, yeah, we can play the creature campaign. But even then, I don't think we need to launder rune swords. But it is a fun little thing you can do. We'll see how we're feeling. We rob the same tomb over and over and over and over and over. Yep. That is how it works. I know. All I've ever really used the Tower of Volney for is grinding supports and the trainee units. Because I used all three of them in my first run of the game. It's rough, but doable. Especially since I basically cheated. I don't know if I'd recommend trying to use Super Trainee Amelia. You have to beat both routes to get the Super Trainees, and like I said, I only just now, for the first time when I did that Iron Man, finished Erica route. But that was on an emulator. That's not even on the same cartridge where I played and finished Ephraim mode. I've not had a save file where I could do the Super Trainees. And honestly, if you're using one of the trainees, I don't think the Super Trainee is super worth it compared to fucking Berserker, Paladin, and Summoner. That's just my 2 cents. Yeah, if you've got a save file where you've completed both routes, Erica and Ephraim's, then, like when Ross went to promote into Fighter or Pirate, instead, you can, I guess what would the term be? Like, reset him into Trainee or Journeyman, it is. And I think that time it's a 20 level version. And when he promotes from, I think he could promote again from that, and then it's like Super Journeyman. You can do the same thing with the other trainee units. There is little reason to use them that way, though, I think, other than just it being funny. But no, this save file won't have access to the Super Trainees.
That's what I have to say about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've never really gotten any of the super cool drops from the grinding maps. Zerka Ross is the man, Paladin Amelia is okay, Summoner Ewan is fun. Love having Devil Axe Phantoms. That is pretty cool. I mean, I think I prefer Paladin Amelia over her other potential routes just because it gives her a little more movement that way. Now, if the class you're in affected your growth rates in this game, then I think you could do a lot of fun stuff with General Amelia. And aesthetically, I still think General Amelia is my favorite, just because small girl, big armor. But 5 boots General every day. You could do that. You could do that. Again, when I did my first run and I used all the trainees, I did General Amelia and I gave her the boots. I am a much better Fire Emblem player now, and yeah, you can do that. It's one of the worst ways to use your boots, but you can do it. Doesn't mean I still won't do shit like that just for fun. If I'm looking for a good way to use my boots, I prefer to give them to someone who already has high movement or a dancer. But that's neither here nor there. We'll see what he thinks about Amelia, though. We're not quite there just yet. We'll probably see her next week, though. Great Knight Gilliam is okay. I haven't had a run where I seriously committed to Gilliam just yet. I find that between his low movement and the early game being very heavily populated by fighters, it's very hard to keep him relevant into the mid-game. If you grind him up enough and then promote him and then he gets different weapons, yeah, he's okay. I can acknowledge that on paper. And I think his tanking is pretty valuable in the first couple maps he's around, but he just falls off really quick in my opinion. He's alright though. You get an axe reaver in chapter 10. Yeah, we're not to chapter 10 yet, and he's out here getting doubled by fighters hitting him for like 9 damage a pop. And fighters are like a majority of the enemies in the early game. Now on that like monster map, what is that, chapter 4? He goes crazy there, because monsters are weak as shit, so he can just melt them. Again, but it's hard to find spaces to get him much experience in the early game, in my opinion. Yes, we could do that. That was the example I used. If he really has some desire to train Gilliam, we can throw him at the tower and catch him up to speed. And I guess, yeah, we could promote him to Great Knight if we wanted to use him to help his movement a little. But still.
And then we launder the runes.
We'll see.
First you train the Gillian.
Yeah.
Then you raid the tomb. And then you launder the runes.
We could do that. We certainly could. I'm just noticing our Ross has been hitting a lot of his strength levels, hasn't he?
Yes, our Ross.
He's kind of going crazy.
Our Ross is, I think, a little better than our Garcia at this point.
Yeah. That's how it can play out. Like, on paper, Garcia usually stays neck and neck or just a little bit ahead, but our Ross is kind of popping off. He's going crazy.
Love to see it.
You should have seen it. If you weren't here earlier, our Erica was like up to level 7 before the route split, and she was still at fucking base strength.
Yeah,
It's awful.
Really, the main reason I picked Ephraim route was because our Erica's been a big old turd boat.
Like, her strength is never anything super wild unless she gets strength blessed, but 7 levels later, base strength with a 40% growth, that's wild if you ask me.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
But most of our level ups in this playthrough have been duty butter.
Yeah, it's not good.
But well, I say duty butter. They've been okay. We actually had some redeeming level ups today.
Excuse me.
That's the problem. There's so many training projects in the early game. If you try to give XP to all of them, like Franz and Lutz and Nini and Vanessa and Ross, Josh is hitting that speed. It's rare that he doesn't. Like, honestly, Joshua, I advocate early promoting just because he'll cap his speed probably within the next 3 levels. And then it'll just feel like he's getting empty level ups because he doesn't level up his strength as often. But that's just my 2 cents. The squad's doing alright. No one's died yet.
Except for that one time.
Except for that one time, but that was on a map where casual mode was in place. Ford.
Fucking Ford.
But that's the squad so far.
The SKWAD.
Ross is a house.
House.
Yeah. You'd still like to see him get a little more speed, of course, but that'll come with time.
We'll see.
If he keeps hitting HP level ups, then it might, be okay that he's pretty paper thin defense-wise.
Yeah.
What in the hell?
What are you doing?
He's doubling soldiers. Yeah, he doubles soldiers, but soldiers... it's not a huge feat to double soldiers. Like, we'd love to see Luke get more speed. She's doing fine on it so far, but 3 con, she gets weighed down by the base fire tone. He does double knights. We've seen him doing that so far too. But again, that's not a huge feat.
Mulder is doubling now.
I mean, is he though?
Yeah. His speed is better.
Technically, yes, he is doubling soldiers, but 0 twice is 0.
Exactly.
He might double spear calves. He's doubled a few of them, like carrying heavier lances, but not consistently. I actually just realized I might look ahead and double check stealables. It might be worth throwing Colm at the tower just to get him some more speed levels so he can steal things. But we'll see. We'll see what we think about that. Colm and Gilliam wandering the town.
Sitting in a tree. KISS.
If we end up using the tower, I'll show off the glitch. But if not, then no promises.
Colm and Gilliam sitting in a tree.
Do they have a support? I don't think they do. Can I check?
KISS.
I can't check.
ING.
Damn it. I don't think they have a support. Oh, their support's ready to go up.
KISS. ING.
I'd say I ship it, but Colm's only paired ending is with Mimi.
What?
You might max Mimi for max possible strength with that 25% growth. Well, I see what you're saying, but even on hard, which is the difficulty we're playing on, I don't think this game is hard enough to require you to go out of your way to max out units unless you're doing the creature campaign. Because she's pulling her weight. Like, her support with Colm naturally boosts her damage some. If we keep using her, we can get her support with, like, Garcia if we keep using him, and then that's even more boosting because they're both fire affinity. She's got 45% growth. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think her strength growth is that bad. It's just at 45%, that's shaky enough with her fucking 4 base strength that it feels not great. But I do like Mimi. I'm sure we're gonna keep using her. She'll probably be our fucking Needhog user.
Needhog.
Let's see, Seth can get Vidofnir. I mean, that's the other thing, yeah. Because each unit can only get 1 S-rank weapon, we might have to sort of plan stuff around that if we're able to use them all. Like, Seth can use Vidofnir, but if we want Vanessa to use that, then they'd have to trade it between themselves. She gets swords on promotion, so we could give her S-rank in swords, but we could also just keep grinding Joshua. Inez is fucking useless. I think Inez is actually pretty decent. I think he's better in Erica route, where you get him earlier. But when I did my Iron Man, Mimi died, so I ended up using Inez as my my primary bow unit, and he does all right. It's just in Ephraim mode, he suffers a little bit for coming along later and not having as much screen time to, you know, get levels and shit. But even in Ephraim mode, he's still an okay pre-promote. It's hard to complain too much about that. He just picked the worst class to pre-promote into. That's the biggest advantage Nini has over him, as she can go Ranger. He's stuck in Sniper. But we haven't gotten any promotions yet, aside from Ross's. So we'll probably be able to start promoting some of these scrubs next week.
Hooray!
We'll see what we're thinking when we get there. Oh boy.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks for coming out.
Goodbye.
We'll be playing Sacred Stones again next week, Simon, if you got more opinions.